This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome. Hello, everyone, to Daily Blast Live. It's Wednesday, October 28th. I'm Tori here with Al Hump Day.
Yeah, why are you kicking it off like a kindergarten teacher?
What do you mean, what I was like?
Welcome.
Okay, so can I be honest?
Yes.
In the shower, I was like, I should be more conversational in my welcome. So I was trying to be like, hey, come on in.
I think that hair says that. It says, I sell real estate.
Oh, man, guys, I got my hair cut and I don't know about it.
I don't dislike it. You know I will tell you if I don't
Say
like
what you said, what you're calling me now. What do you call me?
Fancy Grace.
Yeah.
But that was our cameraman Rob. I can't even take credit for that zinger. I said every time you walk past a minivan, the door opens.
All right. I'm getting my extensions put back in. I don't like it. Let's get to Stephanie, whose hair is fabulous. Her hair is amazing. How are you, Stephanie?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm down for the new hairstyle, and I wouldn't know that you didn't have extensions in. I think it looks really nice.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. But you know when you like get a haircut and you're like walking like this?
Just cut to the chase and ask when she's ready to be picked up from the mall.
Wow. All right, let's get to the backlash because I'm getting so much of it. Kim Kardashian is getting a ton of backlash after posting pics from her 40th birthday on social media. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen this. She wrote that after multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine for 2 weeks, she flew her family and friends to a private island where they could pretend. No, you didn't, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't.
No, okay. Where they could pretend things were normal for a brief moment in time. She posted another shot of her and her cake, writing, I realize that for most people, this is something that is so far out of reach. So in moments like these, I am humbly reminded of how privileged my life is. All right, we got some tweets for you that I want to show you, Steph and Al, and then I want to get your response on these. These are some tweets to Kim Kardashian's. I think we have a full screen of those. Am I right? Yes, here we go. Good for you. I lost 4 months of pay, still tied up with unemployment, and have seen a significant drop in future earnings. I'm helping my daughters with childcare and virtual school for my granddaughter. Still haven't gotten my 2019 tax return. Glad you had fun. We have others like that as well. I think we have one more. Thanks for sharing, Kim. We're all still in hell. Steph, is this fair for this tone-deaf message, or is she that this is her business and her brand and she should do this? What do you think about the whole thing?
Okay, I think in this situation, let's be honest, Kim Kardashian isn't even in like the 1% of the population. She's in like the 0.00000 whatever it is percent of, you know, not even just America, the entire world. This is very Kim, this is very her world. And I do think, yeah, okay, it is tone deaf. She didn't have to plaster it all. I would have rather her went and she like lived her life and celebrated her birthday and did all the things that she can afford to do with her family and friends, but maybe not be a bit more socially aware when she's posting those things online, because a lot of people like haven't even been able to see their family for months. I've not been able to go home. My sister's had a baby. I can't even get back in my own country if I want to go back. So I mean, do I feel a bit jealous? I mean, yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But at the same time, I'm not a multi-million billionaire with unlimited funds. And, you know, I guess that's just what she's going to do and spend her money. It's her 40th birthday. I can't be mad at her for celebrating her 40th, but I do wish she'd been a bit more sensitive in how she shared that when some people can't even afford to eat right now.
Right. I mean, like, here's the deal. I love the Kardashians. I always stand up for them. I find them a terrific family that's tight-knit and supports each other and their partners. And I thought this was totally tone deaf.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. What? Her job. We have unofficially elected her, Tori, to represent glam and to represent luxury and to show that through her Instagram. You're not logging on to Kim Kardashian's Instagram to find out like what's the latest in the world of mathematics. You're looking at her to see what she's wearing, to see where she is, to see what kind of car she's in.
But she also is always right on the pulse of the political and social climate, right? She's always moved up with the time. And right now, the time is not about luxury and glam. Go ahead and have that birthday party. Don't post it.
What do you want her to post?
Don't post anything.
What do you want her to post?
That's a private island.
Her in sweatpants going through legal briefs?
I certainly don't think she should post a private island when people aren't affording to even like care for their kids. She knows better. She's better at social media than this. It's like Kendall Jenner with the Pepsi can. Remember that ad?
I do.
That was a terrible moment for them.
I feel like she fixed things.
When she handed the cop, it was like a commercial, a cup of Pepsi, and it was like all of a sudden like, yeah, we're all cool now. It's a misstep in my book, and I think she makes rare missteps, and this was one of them. But come at me. Maybe I'm wrong.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. Interesting. All right, Chrissy Teigen, we've got to get to this. She's calling out people who criticized her for taking those pictures during her devastating pregnancy loss. We talked about it on the show. So in this new essay in Medium, Chrissy says she asked her husband, John, legend, of course, and her mother to take photos, no matter how uncomfortable it was, because she said she needed them to remember the moment forever. She also took on every hater who questioned why she documented something so personal, writing, "These photos aren't for anyone but the people who have lived this or are curious enough to wonder what something like this is like. These photos are only for the people who need them. The thoughts of others do not matter to me." I cannot tell you the vitriol she's gotten even when we posted. We have some full screens of those responses. I want to see a lot of Twitter hate in the past week. Let's take a look at some of these full screens of Chrissy Teigen's response. Do we have those? Okay, we don't have those. Excellent. So many people were terrible, rude. Steph, what do you think about this?
Okay, this is what actually annoys me now. So we've got a woman who has literally suffered one of the most horrendous experiences of her entire life. She's been very public and honest, as she is with everything. This isn't just all of a sudden, hey, I'm going through a terrible pregnancy, which I'm in bed rest for, that I can't get up for literally months. And it's not something that she just turned on the light switch and thought, I'm going to publicize this to get exposure. No, this is how Chrissy Teigen is. And I just don't understand what people's problem with her is. Like, she's honest, she's funny, she gives her opinion, and people just don't want to see some strong woman just sharing her story. And then people are getting mad. People get mad over, like, Kim Kardashian obviously having her birthday party on a beach and flying her family out. Okay, I understand that. They're hard times. This is really real life. This isn't the 0.000% of the American population. This is some of your best friends, your family, your aunties, they'll have been through situations like this where they've been completely devastated. Their families have been ripped apart. She's been trying for so long to have this baby. It was the first baby she conceived naturally. And I just can't imagine the pain. And she's just trying to comfort other mothers, other fathers, other families in this situation. She's not shown gory pictures. She's not gone to over explicit detail. She's just shared her story. I don't understand what people's problem is. I think why are people so mad about this? I think it's an educational moment.
I do too. Of course I do too. But I think people are mad because they think she always needs pics, and that is a 2020 thing of, like, or a millennial thing of always needing to get photographed for the gram. I find this so touching because she seemed to have needed a visual memory of her son. She wanted to remember that because that's all the time she had with him, Al. That is so much more beautiful than, it's not for the gram, it was for her.
Right, that picture proves that he was here, that he experienced life, no matter how short it was. And what we're really seeing, Steph, is just people critiquing how other people grieve.
Yeah.
When I lost my father, I didn't post very much about it. And I've seen people that have lost people close to them, and they've live streamed the funeral. So it's all about how you grieve and how you deal with it and how you want to share that experience with others. Or you don't need to say anything at all, but that's up to your discretion. And if you don't like it, she's not knocking on your door. Push the mute button.
Totally easy. I totally accept that grieving is different for everyone.
The reaction's strange, though.
Yeah, the reaction is strange, but very, like, you know what? Pretty, like, now I learned to expect from it. Now I expect social media to go after it, so it's sad. Well, let's move on to this. This is an interesting story. I've been watching The Vow. I don't know how many of you know about this story, but we are in deep, Al and I. The founder of the NXIVM cult, Keith Raniere, was finally sentenced yesterday to 120 years in prison. But it was his victims who had the last word in court. He was convicted last year on 7 charges, including conspiracy, racketeering, and sex trafficking. Keith forced women into sexual slavery and even branded them with his initials. Dynasty star Catherine Oxenberg's daughter, India, and several other women gave victim impact statements in court. India reportedly called Keith a sexual predator who raped her and who got pleasure watching their skin burn. Keith has maintained his innocence and says he will appeal. This is an insane story, Al. What do you think? I've been fascinated by this.
Yeah, I mean, Steph, we've seen cult leaders forever, and I think people dismiss them all the time. It's like, oh, your followers are just stupid. How could they be so stupid? There was a really interesting line, and Steph, I want to get your response to this. The guy one of the men that was in the cult said, people don't join cults. They join things because they want to do better. And you look at this, they preyed on a lot of people that wanted to do better and have a more positive impact in life, and they took advantage of that. So it just kind of showed me, anybody, if they catch you in that right sweet spot in your life, can be subject to this. What do you think?
I'm just upset that, 120 years, yes, he's not going to outlive that sentence. He's already 60 years old, so he's probably going to have the rest of his life in jail the next 30 years. But 30 years for the trauma, the pain, the therapy that those people and women are going to have to go through, the scars they're going to have permanently on their body, it's just not enough. And, yeah, I just think he's a disgusting, sick human being.
Yeah, and just so you know, he also was convicted of having sex with women who were underage. So this is even worse. I mean, we're talking the lowest scum of the earth.
And I heard a good way to spot a cult, anytime that you have to pay your way in and you have to pay more to move up in it, that's a dead giveaway for a cult.
Interesting. All right, Stephanie, stick around. Coming up on DBL, we're chatting with the first black Real Housewife of New York, Eboni K. Williams. Plus, Chris Hemsworth is pumping iron, and we're here for it. Hello. I shouldn't say that. I can't say that.
Nope.
Good for his health. And Stephanie tells us what's up with his workout routine. We want to thank our coworkers, of course, who are still at home during this pandemic.
Me?
No, you're here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Look at the hair.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. I've got a roundup of this week's juiciest celebrity gossip, like what ingredient on Drake's birthday menu has people retching, and the secrets out on how to get fit like Thor. So, let's get started. Our first stop on the What Up World map is LA, where we're paying a visit to birthday boy Drake, who celebrated turning 34 with a lavish party. But it's the party's menu that has stomachs turning. A photo of the menu in question was served up on Instagram by a partygoer, and listed at the bottom was macaroni with raisin. And the diabolical dish has people losing their minds. Here's what's up. Take a look at the menu again. The ingredients seem to be a typo because they're the exact same as the cauliflower dish above. Phew. Oh gosh, a brazen raisin crisis has been averted because serving that dish seemed too cruel. More cruel than watching TikToks set to Drake's songs. And we're staying put in the City of Angels because Jay Farrow, well, he says you can thank him for turning the name Karen into a meme. The SNL alum told people that before there were viral videos of entitled women causing scenes we now refer to as Karens, there was his stand-up where he called such people Karen.
Like the white woman named Karen, I experienced that. So I said that, and literally when I saw the memes and all, I was like, really? What?
Here's what's up. I'd be demanding to speak to a manager if I were Jay. Just kidding. That is like such a Karen thing to do. And whilst Jay might not be getting any credit, he says he is not gonna be a Karen about it.
Hey, it's cool. I've had other big ideas stolen before, but we're not gonna get into that. Thank you, Rihanna. We're not gonna get into that. It's all good.
Grab your passport because we're wrapping up in Australia to see Chris Hemsworth, also known as Thor, god of biceps. God of lightning. His personal trainer is sharing secrets to his superhero shape. First, he says no equipment is necessary, just use your body weight. And second, fit in whatever workout you can. Short and sweet still does the trick. And finally, remember to take rest days. Now, here's what's up. With gyms closed, this just might be the motivation we finally need to get up and exercise. Or maybe just reach for a bowl of mac and cheese. No raisins required. That's it for this week's What Up Wednesday. DBL will be right back after this.
Welcome back to DBL. Eboni K. Williams is shaking up the cast of The Real Housewives of New York as the show's first black housewife. Earlier, she told Erica what we can expect from the upcoming season in today's Chatting with the Stars.
You are officially a member of the New York Housewives. You're also the first black cast member, which is pretty incredible given the diversity of the city. Now, do you feel a pressure to hold yourself to a different standard than the other cast members, especially in wake of all the controversy that's happening right now with the black cast of Real Housewives of Potomac?
I took a vow, Erica, before I went into broadcast. You know, my background is as a trial attorney. I was a criminal defense attorney for many years. And when I decided to go into broadcasting, first in talk radio and then eventually into television, I just said that I always wanted to do my race proud. Does that mean I'm perfect and I'm constantly showing up as perfection? No. But my goal is to show up with Black excellence every day. And I attempt to do that with what's going on with Potomac. I'm a fan of the Potomac franchise. So it breaks my heart to see our sisters at odds. But I cannot and would never pass judgment on that because that's reality.
Now, as far as Real Housewives of New York, I am a Bravo-holic, okay? So I was there for every single shot, cocktail, even the rosé with the splash of Coke in it with Sonia. But a lot of people were very quick to criticize the amount of drinking that happened on the franchise. How do you feel about the way that they like to party, and how will you fit into that mix?
Well, listen, Erica, everybody last I checked was grown, okay? You'll see a lot of things play out on this upcoming season. As you know, we've already started taping. In terms of the women in this friend group having awareness and making choices as it relates to their alcohol consumption. And I think I'm gonna leave it right there.
No, honey, so vodka.
Despite the pandemic, you guys are together. Were there any one person on the cast that you were already friends with before taping?
Well, before taping started, I started hanging out with Leah McSweeney off camera. And Leah and I are just a vibe. And Luann is somebody who I've just kind of seen in the city for several years now. We've been in fundraisers together, in social circles together.
Now, I also need to ask you, who did you not connect with and why did you choose Ramona? No, I'm just kidding.
Damn. It's no secret that people are really anticipating, World War III with me and Ramona Singer. But I actually think Ramona and I are going to surprise some people.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out because depending on how it plays out with you, I may change my mind about Ramona, but only vicariously through you. So,
Welcome to Holding Court.
Explain to our audience what Holding Court is and how they'll get to know you a little bit better through your podcast.
So Holding Court with Eboni K. Williams is an opportunity to take these legal headlines that we're talking about right now, whether it's George Floyd, the first episode of the podcast, Breonna Taylor, Make It Make Sense. Holding Court goes behind the legal curtain, behind the headline, and it makes people be able to understand it. It's one thing to know what's happening, Erica, and we all know what the headlines say. But Holding Court breaks it down to what I call the nitty-gritty.
Thank you so much for joining us on DBL today. And DBL Nation, check out Eboni K. Williams. You want to know her a little bit better, and she's going to break it down for you. So make sure that you check out Holding Court with Eboni K. Williams. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Erica.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. We're just days away from open enrollment starting, so we're chatting about it this year's changes in DBL Health Alert, sponsored by Health Markets. First, the pandemic shouldn't have a huge impact, actually, on prices going up. In fact, experts predict health plan prices are going to be remaining pretty stable, or only going up a little small amount. Secondly, this year, expect to have more insurers to choose from. Many have expanded into new counties and are offering new plans. So, do your research before picking the right plan for you when it comes to your health. To find the best and most cost-effective Medicare Advantage plan, call 1-800-800-9974. Again, that number is 1-800-800-9974. I know it's like a daunting task to go into this because it's not easy. But if you spend an hour just either going to this or wherever you feel like you can look up lists, it's so important. It can save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's so confusing.
Yeah, I would say, and I don't know how you're dealing with this stuff, take an hour and just say, I'm not going to pick anything.
Yeah, just
go and
research.
just look and familiarize yourself because it can be daunting and intimidating. So, it took me a while and I asked friends, so ask somebody if you don't know.
I can't believe you deal with this. In England, it's much easier, I assume, correct, Stephanie?
So much easier. We don't have all the policies and insurance things that you guys have over here. So, I mean, it is definitely it's a minefield. So get help.
Yes.
You can do it.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.